Hi kids, this is Teacher Lupe. I have another book for you. And this book has a really funny title. The title is Charlie and the Cheesemonster. Oh, look at the cover. Look at the boy. I think it's funny. And the author's name is Justin C.H. Birch. That's the person who wrote the story. The illustrator is Sharon Harmon. That's the person who drew the pictures. Now remember, front cover, back cover, and what is it? Spy. Really good. Okay, friends, we're gonna get started. And here's the cover page. Charlie was bored, so he went to find his dad. Daddy, can we build a rocket, please? Asked Charlie. Why not? Said his dad. They made one out of an old sled, bits from a bicycle, cardboard boxes, a plastic bottle, wire coat hangers, glue, and lots of sticky tape. Charlie's dad found a small motor, and when he pressed a button on it, it sounded like a rocket. Going to take off. They painted the rocket red and went inside for dinner. Just before bedtime, the paint was dry, so Charlie and his dad carried the rocket up to Charlie's bedroom. Charlie's dad had made Charlie a spaceman's helmet, and Charlie wore his spaceman pajamas and sat in the rocket for his bedtime story. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Then Charlie's parents tucked him into bed and kissed him goodnight. Charlie went to sleep. A breeze coming in through the open window woke Charlie up. He looked outside and saw stars and a full moon shining in the sky. Charlie's rocket glinted in the moonlight, so he put on his helmet and stepped inside. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Charlie pressed the button on the motor. The noise started, then it grew louder, and the rocket began to move. It shot straight out of the open window. Here's the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Whoosh! The rocket swerved upward, flew high over a tree, and it kept going. Charlie could see down into his garden and then his whole street. He shut his eyes and he held on tight for a minute. Then he opened them. The rocket had risen higher. Look at this is so much fun. All Charlie could see was a blue and green ball that he knew it was planet Earth. He was a bit scared, but mostly curious. So he kept looking as the Earth grew smaller and smaller and smaller. Bang! There was a big jolt, and suddenly the rocket came to stop. Whoops! Shouted Charlie as he got up from the floor of the rocket where he had fallen. Uh-oh, look at his little feet. He has little feet like you guys. He stepped out of the rocket and he looked around. The ground was creamy white and felt bouncy. Charlie knelt down and dug with his fingers into the surface. It smelled familiar. It was his favorite food. Cheddar cheese, mmm! He was on the moon, and it really was made out of cheese. He took a bite. It was the loveliest cheese he had ever eaten. He was about to have another bite when he heard a noise. He peered around the side of the rocket. a strange creature was grabbing huge chunks of cheese with its hands and stuffing them into its enormous mouth. It didn't look scary or unfriendly, so Charlie walked up to it and asked, "Is this the moon?"
"Yes, this is the moon. What exactly are you?"
said the strange creature as it lit some cheese from his hands. "I'm a boy," said Charlie.
"A boy? A boy?"
repeated the creature.
"What a strange boy creature you are, so small and pink."
"So, what are you then?" asked Charlie.
"I am a Cheesemonster,"
said the creature.
"We eat lots of cheese. It's really tasty. You should try some."
"But you're eating up all the moon," Charlie blurted out. That can't be good. That can't be a good thing. What happens when you've eaten the whole moon? Will you eat my planet too?" Charlie was worried. The Cheesemonster laughed.
"Ha ha 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 ha! Run out? We can't run out of cheese. Come with me. You'll find this interesting."
Charlie's new friend led him to the dark side of the moon. Charlie couldn't believe his eyes. He was looking at the biggest cow he had ever seen, which was milked by 2 Cheesemonsters.
"This is Millie, our cow. We milk her to make cheese,"
said the Cheesemonster.
"Let me explain the cycle of the moon cheese to you. When we eat the cheese, the moon looks smaller.
First we eat the top layer, and it looks like someone has taken a slice off
The top. We keep eating. It looks like a big bite
has been taken out of the moon.
We keep eating cheese on the bright side of the moon, almost down to the last slice, so the moon looks like a tiny crescent. Then we take all the cheese we have made from the dark side,
Put it back on the bright side, so the moon looks new again. "So that's why we have a new moon every month," murmured Charlie. "See the difference, kids? See? See the difference? Remember crescent? Full moon. All changing." Charlie had lots of fun with the Cheesemonsters. They let him make a gigantic block of cheese and wrote Charlie on the side. They put the block top layer on the moon so he would see it at bedtime, and they promised not to eat it. Then they took him back to his rocket and admired it while he got ready to take off. Charlie counted down from 5 and pressed a button on the motor. He looked out and waved at the Cheesemonsters, who waved back and shouted,
"Goodbye, boy! Goodbye!"
I'm going to show you the pages. See the Cheesemonsters waving goodbye? You see Charlie's name with the letter C? H-A-R-L-I-E. The rocket zoomed through the air, and the moon got smaller, smaller, and smaller. Then there was a rush of noise, and he flew back through his bedroom window and landed on the floor. Charlie climbed out of the rocket and looked up at the fat, shiny moon. He was sure it was a little smaller already. Oh, yawning, Charlie climbed into the bed and he fell asleep. See, he's in his bed now. The next morning, the sun shone and the moon could just be seen. Charlie grabbed his telescope from the shelf and focused on the moon. In the middle of the moon, there was a tiny flat dot. Charlie tried refocusing, but the telescope wasn't strong enough. But he knew that if he could get it stronger, the telescope, to get a stronger telescope, it would see that the dot on the moon was really his name, Charlie. Can you see it?
Really tiny.
Smiling, Charlie went downstairs to breakfast. It was cheese and toast. Looks like the cheese is melted, huh? Like grilled cheese. I like grilled cheese. What do you guys think of that story? You think there really is cheese monsters up there on the moon? You really think the moon is made out of cheese? I don't know. Talk about it with your parents. But I really have fun reading this story. And remember, wash your hands and draw me a picture and tell your parents to take pictures of your picture with you holding it like this and tell them the story, okay? Big air hugs for you and please be safe. I miss you guys. Bye.